We all have traditions. Tradition. What are traditions? They're the customs, they're the practices that we observe, and we pass them down from generation to generation. So let me give you an example. It is our family's tradition. Tradition. It is our tradition that we do not give out Christmas gifts on Christmas Day. We always exchange our gifts on Christmas Eve. And we eat homemade tamales, 7-layer dip, come on somebody, and homemade chocolate chip cookies right before we do our gift exchange. That is our tradition. And we're passing that tradition down, and there's nothing wrong with a good tradition unless we see our tradition somehow as a means of justification or being made right with God. Then we have a problem. If we use our tradition as a standard by which to pass judgment on other people, that's an issue. As Jesus' ministry is starting to really accelerate, his renown is starting to spread throughout the region. The religious leaders found out from Jerusalem. Now, why is that important? Because Jerusalem was the epicenter of all things Jewish worship and tradition, right? And so they're like, okay, let's send the big dogs to check it out. They were looking for a reason to accuse them, and they thought they had found it. The disciples were not observing the tradition of ceremonially washing their hands before they eat. And we're not talking about sanitary issues here. And to not do so was the tradition that they would be defiled. But here's the thing. God never told them to do this. This wasn't something that was found in the covenant. Instead, it was an oral tradition passed down from generation to generation. And perhaps it was with good intention. What they were teaching was not the word of God. What they were teaching were man-made rules. And they're using the pulpit to preach a tradition that was not the word of God, but rather they reflected the traditions of men.